Hey everybody, my name is Elizabeth and I am going to be one of your hosts in this fantastic new vlog series. I wanted to be a part of this series for a few different reasons. The first is that I have looked to many different people that are partners of trans people for advice and support, and I want to kind of be able to give back to the community in that aspect. I want to be able to be somebody that can maybe help a partner that's struggling, maybe find a little comfort in knowing that they're not alone, because I certainly felt that way for quite a while. And I also want to do this because, as you'll find out, I am fairly new on this path of being a partner of somebody who identifies as being trans. And I want to be able to grow and kind of get to know myself a little bit better through these discussions that we're going to have. So the first video is supposed to be a little bit about myself. Again, I'm Elizabeth. Hey, I am 33. I live in St. Louis, Missouri, and I have been with my partner Aiden for 8 years and 3 months to the day, exactly. And Aiden and I met when he was 17 and I was 24. So yes, I did rob the cradle a little bit, and no, I am not sorry about it. We actually waited until he was 18 to officially start going out. So when I met Aiden, he told me that he felt like he was born in the wrong body and didn't want to go by his birth name anymore. And I respected the fact that he didn't want to go by his birth name because it honestly didn't relate to him. Like, it just seemed weird to me to call him by that. So I was totally okay with that, but I was not okay with him wanting to transition. I told him that it would change me. It would take away my lesbian card, and God bless America, I'm a lesbian, and nobody's going to take that away from me. So I had told him that he has to pick between having a relationship with me and starting his transition. So he chose to stay in a relationship with me. And I incredibly regret ever saying that to him. I didn't realize it at the time, and in fact it took 8 years for me to realize what I had done to him. So 8 years passed by. We grow as a couple. We are very happy. We are monogamous. We have a great relationship. So we decided to get married last November, of course because we loved each other, but also because Aiden was on my healthcare insurance through my work at the time, and you could have one adult in your household that was not related to you that was on your healthcare insurance plan, which was really fantastic. But starting January of this year, they were changing that a little bit. He could still stay on my health insurance, but he had to, we had to pay a $50 surcharge each pay period, so $100 a month, and then I would be taxed differently, and it was like up to like $400 a pay period, which is insane. So that really wasn't feasible. My HR department had actually encouraged those people that were in same-sex relationships, if they were in a position to get married, to do so in a state that allowed same-sex marriage, and they would honor the marriage certificate, and I would drop the surcharge and I wouldn't be taxed as much. So that's what we did very quickly. We planned a trip to Iowa City, Iowa, and we were up there I think for like 3 days, 2 or 3 days, I can't quite remember because it was kind of a blur, and got married. So I had an aha moment as Aiden was signing his new signature, his new legal name. I had a moment where like the heavens like shine down upon Aiden, and I just was like, what the hell did I do to him for 8 years? I have been a horrible, horrible person. And I don't know if it was because getting his name fully changed, because in Iowa you could have your first, middle, and last name completely changed once you got married, no questions asked, and it was a part of, I think, like the $25 fee that you pay to get your marriage license. And I think that really kind of solidified it for me that this is real. Like, Aiden is not going back to whoever he was before I met him, and that he needed to progress on to the next stage. So we came home, and obviously, we came home, and the next week was there was a Transgender Day of Remembrance ceremony that the local trans support and awareness group had, MTUG, for those of you in St. Louis. And so we went to that, and I had all of these stereotypes about trans people because I had really never been around somebody that was trans. And so all those stereotypes were completely false. I learned a lot. I had seen a community that was devastated by the discrimination that they face on a daily basis, and it made me sick. It really made me sad. And I walked away knowing that Aiden was going to be on a very hard road for the rest of his life, but I was willing to be with him side by side through it. And I think the next day or sometime during that week, there was a Q&A panel with two women who were partners of trans people and a mom of a young trans child. And I went to it not having very many expectations. I thought that I'll go, I'll hear whatever, and I'll just walk away, and I'll be in this relationship with somebody that's transitioning, and that's kind of all it'll be. It's kind of like, whatever. But that couple hours changed my life. Every fear that I had about Aiden starting to transition was completely diminished. It was unbelievable, the things that these women had said, how open-minded and very kind-spirited that they were and are. So I really took to heart the things that they had said, and it helps me get over this like hurdle that I had built myself. And I really became like 110 committed and supportive of Aiden transitioning. So I went to his therapist shortly after like the whole trans awareness week happened, and she had known about me because Aiden had been going to her for the last 6 years about his identity, and I didn't really have to say much. I told her that I was ready, I was 110% committed, I was excited for this next chapter in our life. And she gave him his letter to start testosterone, and we didn't figure it'd be that quick. But it was. So it was amazing. And we went to our physician, and he got his prescription, and we got it filled. And that was the end. So now I am probably more excited about him transitioning than he is. I see it as a really amazing journey that we're going to take together. And so, like I said, I am just starting out on this. Aiden's been on testosterone for 2 months, and I really haven't experienced anything negative from it. If anything, it's all been very, I don't even know the right word for it. I don't know. It's been great because I've developed these amazing relationships with people that were already in my life, but now I can be more open about who I am and what my partner is going through. And I don't know, it's going to be interesting because I feel like because I kept it sheltered in the back of my head for 8 years, I might be like not hypersensitive. God, again, what's the right word? I'm like overly happy and overly excited to start doing this with him. So it's interesting. I was totally dragging my feet, and now I'm the complete opposite, which is great. So I guess you want to know what I identify as. At this point, that's really something that's not set in stone. I was a hardcore lesbian. Like, I been there, done that with men, and I'm never going back. No thanks. But I don't know. I don't know what I am anymore. When people ask me, especially people I know that I'm close with, I say that I'm a lesbian, but I just happen to have a husband. But being around the trans community more, I find myself attracted to many different types of people. And it surprises me. I don't know. It's very, very interesting. So I don't know what I am. I think I've said that a couple times already. I don't know what I am. But it doesn't matter, because I know that at the end of the day, Aiden is the person that I love and care about and will be with for the rest of my life. So that being said, I'm trying to think of any other little things about me. Well, it's not really little, but I guess, I don't know, to me I make it a little thing. I have multiple sclerosis. So I was diagnosed in 2009. I really haven't made that big of a deal about it, because to me it's really not. It's just another part of who I am. A lot of times I do word searching. Most of my lesions are on my frontal lobe. So I have a lot of word problems. So if you find me word searching, it's not because I'm slow. It's because I have lesions on my brain. But it's actually kind of, I don't know, it's funny now. I can blame the stupid things I do on the lesions on my brain, and I kind of get away with it sometimes. So, and by day, I play a nurse. I'm a charge nurse in an emergency department here in St. Louis. It's actually a Catholic organization, which has been incredibly supportive, of not only me being gay, but of me being in a relationship with a trans person. And Aiden actually got a job in the ER with me recently, so that's been very interesting, and I'm sure that will come up in one of these vlogs that I'll post. So, I don't know. Any comments, questions, concerns, please let me know, and I will try to address them next time, and I can't wait to get to know everybody. So, it was nice talking to you, and I will see you next time.